So, you're a proud Canadian, a patriot, born and raised, maple syrup, hockey loving, sorry not sorry Canadian. But how well do you really know this country? Do you think that you know it better than an immigrant born and raised somewhere else and are now looking to become a Canadian citizen? So I was on my phone the other day and an ad popped up on YouTube. It was for an app that helps people pass a Canadian citizenship test. So my mind immediately went to, well, what do you mean help pass the test? Like a tutor? Does it mean help people cheat? I've never really personally put too much thought into it. But we actually have a test to become a Canadian citizen. So I downloaded the app because I wanted to check it out. I was genuinely curious. Now, I passed tests back in school, obviously, back in the day, about Canada, but I don't really remember what was on the test. Maps, history, but that left me wondering. How would I do on a Canadian citizenship test? How would the average Canadian do on the test? The proud patriots who seem to have popped out of nowhere these days ever since we were told that we should become the 51st state. But seriously though, the true north, strong and free, how would they do? Would they pass? Would you pass? So today, I'm putting us to the test. Literally, I'm going to go through 10 real questions from the Canadian citizenship test, and I would like you to play along with me. No Googling, no cheating. Just be honest with yourself. So let's get right into it. These are 10 questions from the Canadian citizenship test, and these are taken right from the Discover Canada guide. And I'm going to be looking at my computer here. And listen, if you're flying a Canadian flag on your truck or you're posting True North Strong and Free hashtags, then I hope you pass at least half these questions. Here we go. Number 1, when is Canada Day and what does it celebrate? A, July 1st, the birth of Canada as a nation in 1867. B, June 24th, the founding of Quebec. Or C, July 4th, Canadian independence from Britain. The answer is A, the birth of Canada as a nation in 1867. Regarding B, June 24th, the founding of Quebec, I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that date is right, but obviously the answer is A, July 1st. Number 2, what is the meaning of the Remembrance Day poppy? I'm glad that this question is in there. This is this makes me happy. Don Cherry would be happy. A, it's a symbol of Canada's natural beauty. B, it commemorates fallen soldiers. C, it represents the start of spring. And the correct answer, obviously, is B. That's the meaning of the Remembrance Day poppy. Number 3, who is a head of state in Canada? You don't really hear that term very often, head of state. That seems like a U.S. term. A, the Prime Minister. B, the King of Canada, King Charles III. Or C, the Governor General. The answer, who is the head of state of Canada, is B, King Charles III. Number 4, which province is known as the birthplace of Confederation? A, Ontario, B, Nova Scotia, or C, Prince Edward Island? The answer is C, Prince Edward Island. If you've ever been to Prince Edward Island, you would know this. I spent a lot of time there as a kid, and they actually have signs in Charlottetown on the bridge, I believe, which is called Confederation Bridge, the birthplace of Confederation. I have strong Acadian roots, and my last name is Acadian. A lot of people don't know what Acadians are, especially if you live on the West Coast. But I find that a lot of new immigrants to Canada actually do know what Acadians are because it was covered somehow. Anyways, it's just kind of something that's interesting to learn. The deportation, the Acadian deportation in the 1700s, that led to the modern day Cajuns in the U.S. So interesting. Cajun comes from Acadian. And I am on number 5 here. What are the 2 official languages of Canada? A, English and German. It's not, but hey. B, English and French. C, English and Spanish. And of course, the correct answer is B, English and French. I speak English, French a little bit, and the international language, the language of love. It's just a joke. Anyways, number 6. What is the significance of the Canadian Pacific Railway? A, it made it easier to export oil. B, it helped unite Canada from east to west. C, it brought the French and the English together. And the correct answer to that is B. Number 7, what are the 3 responsibilities of Canadian citizens? A, obeying the law. B, voting in elections. C, learning both official languages. The answer is A and B. See, don't do this. If it's going to be, if it's more than one, then at least let us know. The answer is A and B. So the answer is obeying the law and voting in elections. Learning both official languages is not a responsibility of Canadian citizens. All right. Number 8. What are the 3 parts of Parliament? That doesn't sound very official. What are the three parts of Parliament? Listen, there's a lot of reading here. I'm just going to give you the answer, okay? It's A, the monarch, so the Queen or the King, the Senate, and the House of Commons. The three parts of Parliament are the monarch, the Senate, and House of Commons. There's all kinds of other things it gets into, like in B and C, the House of Commons, Supreme Court, the Prime Minister, Governor General. But the answer is the monarch, the Senate, and the House of Commons. 9. What does the term Aboriginal peoples mean? A, people who immigrated from Europe. B, the original inhabitants, so First Nations, Métis, and Inuit. Or C, French settlers in Quebec. And the answer is, of course, B, the original inhabitants, First Nations, Métis, and Inuit. That is what the term Aboriginal peoples mean. And we're at 10 already. Who has the right to vote in federal elections in Canada? A, Canadian citizens 18 years of older or older, yes. B, anyone living in Canada for more than 5 years. And C, permanent residents. And the answer is A. Now, this may reflect poorly on me, but I actually thought it was, I know it was A, but I thought permanent residents could also vote in Canadian elections as well. So listen, let me know in the comments if you were even keeping score. Let me know how you did. But be honest, or I'm going to send a Mountie after you. And there's a few things that I want to mention really quickly, okay? These are some facts about the Canadian citizenship test. I screwed that up twice. As of 2025, it's 20 questions. They're multiple choice and true and false. You have a time limit of 30 minutes to complete the test. You can complete the test in English or French. You need a minimum correct answers to pass. You need 15 out of 20. So the passing grade is 75%. You can get 5 questions wrong. If you fail the test, you're usually given a second chance. You'll be scheduled for another test. If you fail a second time, you may have to attend an interview with a citizenship official. Ooh! So listen, shout out to the newcomers who actually passed that test. You've earned your citizenship. You're part of the True North crew. Born and raised Canadians who didn't pass, you need to go fight a bear. And listen, let's just keep celebrating this amazing country. Grab a poutine, crank some hip, crack open that Discover Canada guide for a refresher. There should be a game about this, like a challenge for your friends or something. Make it interesting. See who's the ultimate Canadian champ. There's an idea. And I just want to say thank you for playing along. And until the next video, stay sharp, stay safe, stay Canadian.